y'all, my name is Shanice Chantel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Don't watch this video if you're not subscribed. Do you understand me? If you're watching this video, make sure you're subscribed. Thank you very much. And make sure you're liking this video. Come on, come on. It costs nothing to help a black sister out. Help a black sister out. So this is my first story time on this channel, and this is gonna be a story time about the time that I don't even know what to name it. This is gonna be a story time about the time that I almost lost my confidence. Yes, you heard it. The time that I almost lost my confidence. Okay, so where do I start? Where do I start? Okay, let's take it back to 2018. 2018, I had my daughter, and having my daughter, okay, so by that time, I already had 2 boys. So I had my 2 boys. So I had my daughter in 2018. Okay? And I had my daughter, and let's just say I was going through life and then boom, there was a roadblock, and I wasn't feeling like that was like the first time in my whole life that I wasn't feeling like, I see that light is nice. That was the first time in my whole life I didn't feel like myself. I felt like, I don't even know what I felt. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like Shanice. And oh my god, I didn't know that I was gonna feel like a certain type of way telling my story. But yeah, I didn't really feel like myself, and I would wake up every morning and I noticed that I was feeling like very, very, very I was feeling very, very depressed. And I feel like this ties in with my soul tie. So I was feeling like I almost felt like my child's father as well. Like, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll leave, and someone will look at me and I'll be like, why are they looking at me for? Like, don't look at me. I'll be saying that I had that attitude. And that's what pulled me out of feeling how I'm feeling. Because I'm like, Shanice, I had to sit down with myself and I said, Shanice, listen to me, girl. It doesn't matter what you go through. Don't you ever, ever, ever change. Don't ever stop being Shanice. You know what I mean? And that's when I made that promise to myself. And I told myself, like, Shanice, no matter what you go through, don't ever change. Stay who you are. And if you don't stay who you are, be better than who you were. But don't you ever change for the worse. So that's what helped me. And from that day forward, I told myself, like, doesn't matter how you feel, don't change. That's just like, God forbid, like, I don't want to say it, but like, God forbid, like, a family member dies, you know, and then you feel saddened for their family member, you know, and then you're just stuck in that feeling. Like, you can't be stuck in that feeling. You gotta learn to live with it. You know what I mean? But you can't be stuck on how you feel, because then you're teaching yourself to live without it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Me personally, I don't really know how to put my feelings into words, so I'm sorry if I lost you. But yeah, I told myself, like, okay, like, you know, and every day I wake up, and I just started being the better me. And you can ask anybody who knows me personally, like, who actually knows me, not just knows me, who actually knows me. They can tell you, like, I'm like the best version of myself. And obviously there's a better version of me, but I am right now at the best version of myself, I would say. And yeah, I almost lost my confidence, like, because even after I told myself that I was gonna be that I wasn't gonna change, I would say I took my crown off. And I replaced it with a plastic crown. I'm gonna repeat that. I took my crown off and I replaced it with a plastic crown. So I felt like in my head, oh, Shanice, you feel like this, but to everybody else, I don't want to really like feel like this to everybody else, because I don't want them to feel away. Because when I was feeling how I was feeling after having my daughter, and like the roadblock hit me, and I was just like, I was literally like, Shanice, what are you doing? I'm gonna be real. I was like, Shanice, what are you doing? You have 3 kids. Now you have 2 boys, 1 girl. And now you don't even have a father for your kids. Mind you, at the time I had 2 baby fathers. So I had my first son had 1 daddy, and my 2 other kids had their daddy. So I had 2 baby fathers. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, how can I be an example for my daughter if I'm not no example? You know what I mean? Like, who's she gonna look up to? I want it to be me, but can she look up to me with my story? I would never want her to tell me my story and that be her story. You know what I mean? So that made me lose my confidence. It made me lose the confidence that I had in me. It made me question myself. Like, it made me like say like a bit, I bitch slap myself, like I had to G-check myself, like, what were you thinking? So that's why I took off my crown and I replaced it with a plastic crown, because I said, you're not deserving of this crown anymore. You're not deserving. So I self-sabotage myself, took off my crown based off of not one choice, but like a choice that I made in my life in my younger years, and degraded myself with a plastic crown. Does that make sense to you? I don't know. It makes no sense to me, but that's what I did. And it wasn't till like recently. It wasn't until recently. This year, recently, where I found my crown and I put it back on my head. And I'm not taking that shit off. And I don't care who feels a way about my crown, because that's my crown. And I'm not taking off my crown to please nobody. I don't care. Because I worked hard for my crown. I worked hard for my crown. I put that, like, I worked so hard to the point where I found it, and I'm not taking it off because I feel deserving now. I feel like I deserve to wear it. I put in that self-work. Self-work is very hard. But long story short, I took off my crown because I was feeling so shitty that it made me want to reach out to my family members that felt shitty their whole life, like, you know, or that, you know, has anger problems or whatever. And it made me want to reach out to them to be like, yo, are you good? Because if I feel like this and it's only been like 6 months, I know you like this for your whole life. And it made me want to reason with them instead of like being like, what's wrong with them? Why are they acting like that? And no, it made me relate to them. So in life, when things happen, you have to always give thanks that things happen, because I'm telling you, it brings you light, it brings you peace, it brings you awareness. Like I always tell everybody, if I wasn't a single mom, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. So I'd rather be the single mom who I am today than be a privileged, I don't want to say privileged, but like, than be like, not a single mom, because I learned so much without being a single mom. And it humbled me so much, and it made me relate to other people. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the lessons. God puts things in your life for a reason. It's either a blessing or a lesson. And sometimes they're both. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. If you want a part 2 to this video, then let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't, that's fine. And I hope you guys, I hope I inspired somebody today. I hope somebody can relate to my story today. And if you guys want more tea, then just let me know, and I'm willing to share. Bye.